While yes, sports are difficult, there are some times where the stars align for your team. And when the stars align for your team, you have to capitalize, because that doesn't happen all the time in sports. Hell, we're going to talk about a game a little later where the stars did not align for a team and now they're at home. You see, the stars aligned for the Buffalo Bills to beat the Cincinnati Bengals in the divisional round. First of all, you're playing at home. You're playing in the snow. While yes, it gets cold in Cincinnati. Buffalo with Josh Allen, with some of the pieces that they have, a bigger quarterback. You're also playing against Joe Burrow, who of course spent his college career in LSU. You should thrive in the elements of, it's snowing and you're at home. When you look at the Cincinnati Bengals, they were out 3 of their, 5 starting offensive linemen. While, yes, I understand Von Miller wasn't there. Michael Hyde hasn't been there most of the season. The stars were aligning for the Buffalo Bills to win this game. I mean, going into this game and pretty much the majority of the entire season, the Buffalo Bills were projected as the team to beat, the team to make it to the Super Bowl. I mean, we know what happened last year with, the playoff game against the Chiefs and overtime. And you heard a lot of people say, well, if the coin flip went our way, you can say ifs. You can live your life on ifs, but you're not going to go anywhere in life. And the Bills made a lot of moves this offseason. Of course, they got Von Miller. You have Josh Allen, who was the preseason MVP or MVP vote. Of course, you still have Stephon Diggs. A lot of people thought Gabe Davis was going to take that jump. Again, the stars were aligning for the Buffalo Bills to win this game. Which is why yes, we'll talk about the Giants. But this is why I think that the Buffalo Bills losing to the Cincinnati Bengals was the worst loss of the weekend in the divisional round. Now, no, of course, we'll talk about the Cowboys and what this means for the Cowboys. We'll talk about the Giants getting destroyed by the Eagles. But the Bills were supposed to win this game. I drank the Kool-Aid. I was one of the people saying, the Bills are loaded, man. Tre'Davious White, the Bills are loaded. This is going to be their year. You see how close they get. They keep getting close year after year after year. Hell, I was like, we saw the best of Josh Allen just a couple years ago. Or we saw the best of Josh Allen last year. I thought he was going to add on to that. But what did we see this year from the Buffalo Bills? I've talked about this before, and it holds. We saw this in the game. What the Buffalo Bills, what the Buffalo Bills remind me of? I've said this before, so it's not new. But for people that didn't know or haven't heard, the Buffalo Bills remind me of Deontay Wilder. The Buffalo Bills their offense, their team is a knockout artist team, meaning they go for the jugular almost every single time, because that's how they go for those 50-yard bombs. They go for those 45-yard bombs. They go for those 60-yard bombs, because you have a quarterback in Josh Allen who has an arm. You have Stephon Diggs. That's just the offense they use, and that's the offense they run. The problem with that, and the problem that I see, or that Deontay Wilder ran into when you're going against a better team, or when you're going against a better fighter, i.e. Tyson Fury, is what is your counterpunch? When the knockouts aren't working, when the knockouts aren't knocking somebody out, what is your counterpunch? And as we saw with the Buffalo Bills and the Cincinnati Bengals, they don't have a counterpunch. They haven't had a counterpunch this entire year. The run game hasn't been consistent, and that's not because, Devin Singletary and James White or James Cook have not been good at running. They just have not. The Bills haven't dedicated themselves to the run. They haven't made it an essential part of their offense. In fact, their run is Josh Allen getting out and running because of how good Josh Allen is as a quarterback, as a runner. But that doesn't work in the playoffs. And this isn't just I know that this, I guess, portion is quote unquote bashing the Buffalo Bills. Let me kind of pivot real quick and say congratulations to the Cincinnati Bengals. You see, the Bengals started off rough. They did not have a good start to the season. And I was one of the people, again, I will come on here and say that I was wrong. I was wrong about the Cincinnati Bengals. I think shouts out to Marcus and his podcast. I went on his podcast and he came on mine actually, and we talked about the Buffalo Bills, we talked about the Cincinnati Bengals, and I said I didn't think the Cincinnati Bengals were going to make the playoffs. I just didn't. Every team, usually the team that loses the Super Bowl has a hangover. They don't really look that good. Now, of course, I didn't know that hangover was actually going to go to the Rams, but so shouts out to the Cincinnati Bengals. And shouts out for clarity. Some people are having buyer's remorse, And when you look all this year, and I even put a video out about this, I thought the rivalry was going to be Josh Allen and Patrick Mahomes for years to come. I know I wasn't taking away from how good, Lamar Jackson was, or how good Joe Burrow was, or how good, Jalen Hurts was. But I just thought when we talked about the creme de la creme of quarterbacks, I thought it was going to be Josh Allen and Patrick Mahomes. Shouts out to Joe Burrow, man. Sitting here today, Joe Burrow is the second best quarterback in the league, in my opinion. Oh, man, you stayed to the end of the video. I appreciate you. If you like what you saw, be sure to hit that subscribe button so you'll never miss any content from your boy. You can also go back and watch past episodes, past clips, and don't forget that the Unpopular Podcast, new episodes drop every Wednesday and Saturday. Appreciate you.